Hello friends, Helena Grant here, and wanting to create this video because there is something very much alive in me that has really woken up with me 2 mornings over the course of the last 3 or 4 days. And so I felt compelled to share a very specific word that relates to a much broader theme that I invite you to discuss and contemplate with me. And this occurred Sunday morning as I was coming back into full waking consciousness. I have a lot of experiences in that liminal space after I have completed a dream journey or cycle, and I'm starting to wake up. And this word responsibility really stuck with me, and I was shown that in teaching about, sharing about, and really diving into what responsibility means, that there would be beautiful things that would come of it. And I don't know exactly what they are, but again this morning this theme of responsibility woke me up again, and it was presented as something to think about in terms of an invitation, which I would love to open with today, a tool, and a way of life. So responsibility is an invitation, responsibility as a tool, and responsibility as a way of life. And of course, when this word first woke me up on Sunday, I thought, oh, this is big, this is huge. I really want to explore this and have my thoughts and contemplations fully formed before I start sharing about it. And this morning, my deep inner knowing and intuition pretty much said, you're going to do this today, and you're just going to start this again as an invitation and a conversation. So in my explorations around responsibility and this word, and I am a total word nerd, so I love words. I love to explore the etymology. Where do they come from? What are the antonyms, the synonyms, the definitions? And responsibility as a noun comes from the adjective responsible, which of course is derived from French, which derived it from Latin. And the Latin word was spondere, which was about sponsoring, pertained to sponsoring. And the French interpretation was about responding, répondre, to answer to, and to promise in return. So this is the root behind the word responsibility. Again, very specifically responsibility as a noun, a thing that we have, but derived from the adjective, a way to describe how we are. So I just think that that's so beautiful, that this responsibility has to do with a calling. It has to do with the state of acting answerable, the state of hearing and acting. And of course, we can have so many responsibilities in our lives. And they can take many, many forms depending on what your life looks like. But the primary responsibility, I think, is to ourselves, our development, our self-knowledge, and our own awakening to who we are, what we're capable of, and delivering that into the world, answering that deep, deep calling, those gifts that are inherent in who you are, that deeply desire expression through your creative force. So there's also an essence of capability in responsibility. There's also an essence of culpability, which is that you're guilty if you do not respond to your responsibilities. And also reliability and dependability. You need to really cultivate this relationship with your responsibility, your sovereignty. What makes you really in charge and authority in your own life, first and foremost. And I wanted to share too I love the thesaurus. I usually start with the thesaurus over the dictionary. And so some really wonderful words that are synonymous with the word responsibility have to do with authority, burden, duty, importance, liability, obligation, power, restraint, trust, albatross, amenability, answerability, care, charge, culpability, encumbrance, engagement, fault, incubus, incumbency, onus, pledge, wrap, subjection, boundness, holding the bag, and obligation. So I really love that list because it spans this gamut of what it means to have responsibility. And there are some words that, like albatross and onus tend to have a little bit more heft, but then there's power too. There's care involved. So it really has this essence that incorporates paradox inherently in this word responsibility. So I would love to again invite you to join me in this contemplation as to what responsibility means and what does it mean to respond to your responsibility. What is the call that is within you that will not be silenced and perhaps wakes you up in the morning, and it's there in that space that is so pristine and so clear after you have slept through the night and are opening your eyes for the first time in the morning. What is there for you? What is your responsibility? Thanks so much for tuning in. Until the next, so much love to you.